MIC podcast, episode 71, I believe. That's wild, man. 71 community content. You get it all here, man. And today, another special guest in the building, Hannah Daisy in the motherfucking building, man. We're shaking, Hannah.
Hey.
What's up? What's up? Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Nah, this is gonna be, because the energy from prior was fire. You know what I mean? Like, it's I mean, like, it's always a good rapport with you, honestly, because like even when we were, shooting that music video, or like, even when like we first met you, just like kind of back at that C&D event, like, it's just always been good vibes with you. So definitely have to get you on the pod, man.
Well, I appreciate it.
No, for sure.
I love supporting you guys in your journey, whether it's music or whatever. So it's just an honor to be here.
Nah, for sure. Nah. We're just gonna, break it down, chop it up with you. So, you did say that you were from Mount Washington, right?
Actually, well, I currently live there now.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm from New Jersey.
Oh, originally.
Well, yeah, I was
Okay.
born there and then raised up north in
Got you.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, so like, how long did you spend in Jersey?
Since 5th grade, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How was it growing up there?
I mean, I don't really remember it too much.
Yeah, because like you was like mad young.
Yeah.
Like what? Do you remember what area in Jersey?
It's Teaneck, New Jersey.
Teaneck?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I never heard. I mean, like
Yeah.
I lived in Jersey for a year, like when I was in like between like junior year and like senior year of college. That shit was like I was in witness protection, bro. Like I was like I didn't not for real. I
Oh my
didn't like, you know what I
goodness.
mean? Like I didn't, maybe it was just like the area I was in, but like I was maybe in that. I was in that crib like probably like twice, just by way of just like being in college. Like I went home like twice for like breaks, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and like that was like the only time I was like really even there. Didn't know too many people. Like I couldn't leave the crib just because like just because like, I just didn't know my way around fucking New Jersey. So after you moved to Pittsburgh, where did you like settle down?
So wait, did I say 5th grade? I meant to say when I was 5 years old.
Oh,
How do you
okay,
mix
okay.
that
Yeah,
up?
cause I was like 5th grade, like you'd be like 10 years old. So I was like,
yeah.
damn, nothing about Jersey.
I
you
was
remember?
like, wait, did I say 5th? Because my coffee's not working
You straight
right now.
no,
Sorry.
you all good. We're on
Yeah.
Starbucks and vibes right now.
Not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor us,
Word.
please do. Yeah, 5th grade, no.
Yeah,
I was in Pittsburgh when I was in 5th grade.
you're right. Yeah,
But yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Facts.
I haven't been there in a really, really, really long time.
Yeah,
and I
facts.
would love to go visit because I still have family there. But I wonder how the music scene is there.
Me too. I mean, but like
Yeah.
Jersey has always kind of been just kind of in the ether musically. You know what I mean? Because like just like by way of like being adjacent, like I'm gonna not say like so closely, but it's like adjacent to New York. So like they kind of get like the backdraft of just like kind of like the culture in New York musically, you know what I mean? But like it'll definitely be interesting to see like, cause I mean like there's like like I can't even think of them right now, but like there's definitely like a bunch of dope acts that like we know today that like from New Jersey, and like a whole bunch of like goats, legends from New Jersey, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So yeah.
we should do a show there.
Hey, yeah, it's lit.
A meet and greet.
A nice little meet and greet in
Let's
Jersey.
the meet us.
So, 5 years old, you in Pittsburgh. Like, do you remember why y'all even moved from Jersey in the first place?
Just because of my parents.
Okay.
I'm first generation in the United States. I don't know if you know that.
Nah, same.
My family. Oh, really? Yeah, pretty neat. I'm Lebanese.
Okay.
But my mom, she was born and raised in Venezuela, but she's still Lebanese.
Got you.
And my parents met in the United States at a Druze convention, which is their religion.
Okay.
So that's kind of like their Tinder. It's a small religion.
Is that-
so they meet in a certain spot in the United States.
Is that Lebanese Tinder? Is that what it is?
That's
Yeah.
Lebanese Tinder. I don't fucking know. But I'm not doing that.
Word.
I'm not doing that. It's so different with this day and age now, and growing up in a strict environment at
Sure.
home, like telling your parents, I want to be a singer is not
Nah.
a career path.
No. They
Yeah.
they start, because I mean, like, I definitely feel I'm first generation too. My parents are Nigerian. So like, I'm Nigerian, so it's just like, I definitely know, like, just the confines of like, if you maybe have unconventional, just like as far as like not wanting to be, owning your own business, or like, doctor, lawyer, engineer, IT, like, like that whole lane, like anything that deviates from that path is like, we're not even fucking with it, bro. Like, so like, I mean, like, how did you navigate that whole vibe, like, from your parents? I know with some stories, but cause like I know that look. I know that look. I've had that same look.
I mean, I've always had the hopes and dreams in my head when I was growing up. I knew what I wanted to be. But like I said, you have to fit a certain role for your parents to accept you. And I feel like I never really gave it a shot when I was in that household.
Yeah.
And long story short, I was kicked out of my house when I was 21 years old because I was late to curfew. And ever since I was kicked out of my house, that's when I started doing music.
Yeah, right.
So I think that good things happen when shit goes to bed, like bad shit
Where
happens.
like you have no choice except to react, and just like your reaction depends on like the trajectory of like, what I mean, like where you go from then.
Yeah, man.
No, I feel that. So like just even leading up to that, right? So like you got kicked out at 21, and I want your opinion on this too. Like,
Okay.
Again, strict parents, like we know the deal. Like, even would you like say like in high school that like that even kind of like led you towards mischief in certain areas, just because like you knew how to maneuver, like, yo, my parents are, mad strict, and like if they catch me doing X, Y, and Z, is curtains for me, bro. Like, so like, did you know how to like, just like, studied your parents to level? It's like, all right, like if I can, if I say I'm with this friend, what I mean, they might not check up on me as much, what I mean? But like if I say like I'm with some friends that they don't know, they're blowing me up, where you at, bada, bada, bada. So let me just throw this friend out when I want to leave the crib, what I mean? Just so like they get him off my back. Like, do you have to do shit like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When you are a strict parent,
Yeah.
your kids are always going to find out a way to rebel against it.
It's life.
And they're raising a liar, pretty much. And like I said, you're trying to fit into a specific role, and you're living, it's like Hannah Montana. You're living best of both worlds.
fact.
You're living a second life. And when you are raised in a generation in the United States and they're trying to teach you how to do it how they were whenever they were in their generation, it is impossible. Who you're surrounded by and who your environment is who you're going to adapt to. So how can you raise your child in the United States
Or
and
like
expect them to be
by the same standards of
right? That's like very rare.
yeah.
So yeah, they pretty much raised a liar.
Hannah Daisy's a liar, yo.
So here's the thing. Because I lied so much in my childhood, I'm now so honest in my adulthood.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. Like, and I
feel that.
I can catch a lie so like this, like I'm an FBI agent, because I know what it's like to be a good liar. So that's why I love being so open and real and honest, because I never got to have that when I was a child.
Nah, I completely agree. And it's like, definitely got my lies off, you know what I mean? But like, it was, for me, it was just like with withholding. Like, I'm not even going to show you that part. Cause like, even when like it would leak out sometimes, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh shit, like, yeah, like I almost broke. You know what I mean? And it's like, if it would leak out sometimes, and like, not even like just like my parents, just like maybe even relatives on like, certain sides would just like kind of like, they would seem to be like, yo, like, where's like, you listen to that type of music? It's like where's that coming from? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, nope, never mind. You're like, bro, I remember something like my aunt wouldn't let us, like, whenever I would go visit them, like, she wouldn't let us watch like Harry Potter and like Wizards of like Waverly Place and all types of shit. I'm just
Literally,
like, yo, that's so crazy. Like,
Same.
it's a show, gang. Like, that's wild. Like,
You wouldn't let us watch the Amanda Show
what? Wait, why not?
because it was inappropriate.
Oh, that's crazy.
Inappropriate.
Damn.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Insane.
Nah, right.
So I felt so guilty when I would watch the Hana show.
Yeah, just for like regular shit though, because like you would even go to school and be like, see, like your peers talking about the show or like whatever. And it's just like, damn, like y'all are talking about it so freely. Like I can't even have these conversations back at the crib. Like, and I think that's interesting that you say that it leading into your adulthood, it like, that like you just like kind of like, base your creativity and just like honestly yourself just on being honest now. Which, like, I totally get that because, I think just everyone in this walk of life, and it's like what we're trying to do, we're just trying to chase that freedom. We just want to be, like, just be ourselves to the fullest. And, growing up, maybe we just, didn't get a chance to do that.
No.
Yeah.
And I would always envy people that were able to have that growing up. But it's so interesting how life works because I never thought my parents would ever support me in my journey of what I wanted to do. But eventually now, like, my mom supports me like no other. She has been so amazing and she buys all my music. And it doesn't matter what I do, what I post, she still loves me unconditionally. And that I cherish the most. And she still feels guilty for raising us the way that she did because of the influence of my father. So it's just it's interesting how that all works out,
What was it like just like mentally or just like life-wise when like leading up before you got kicked out? Like what was going, like was it like tension built up just from like maybe months prior? And then it just culminates into like, we'll just get the fuck out. Or...
Well, let's paint the picture. So I'm 21 years old and I'm in college. Everyone's like, I never had a party experience. Never got to really experience what a healthy relationship is because all my relationships were hidden from my parents. So, living in a strict environment, like my dad would just grab my phone randomly and look through it. So I had no
like
privacy. I wouldn't even feel comfortable writing in a journal and write down my feelings because I'm scared that someone's gonna read it. So it was the worst feeling ever. I didn't feel like I could express myself, and I think that's what led me to music even more because I'm able to be free and express myself. So I think leading up to being kicked out, my dad, he found something in my car that led to him taking away absolutely everything from me. He took my phone, my keys, and all my passwords, and he just...
Was it weed?
It was weed. Back when I used to...
Lock-headed days of yup, y'all. She had weed in her car.
Yeah. Like it's a freaking crime.
Yeah, word.
Thank God. It was the end of the world. Is it crazy
bro. if your mom found like...
They never knew.
No, facts. That. My mom found my weed at like 24.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's a long time.
I know, but like I was under. I'm proud of myself. You know what I mean? Like I survived a lot.
Oh my God, it's like going through war.
For real,
honestly.
Yo. Nah, dead ass.
Yeah. So, and then he found out through my phone I had a boyfriend, which at the time I already broke up with, so it didn't even matter.
But that's code red in that crib, like.
Yeah. So that's what was leading up to me getting kicked out.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So like, just like, was it just like a scramble, or like, so like when you realized like they were serious, like, what was that? Like what was like the thing? Was like, okay, nah, they're not bullshitting. Like I might be out of here. Like,
well, here's the thing. Like I didn't even get to grab my shit and leave.
Damn.
I was literally on my way from the bar to my house, and it's like a mile away. And I like going to the bar to play pool. I didn't even drink. And I remember my curfew was 10 p.m.
That's, bro, at 21, that's crazy. Like,
at
21? Yeah. At 21, that's when I'm stepping out.
That's what
at
I'm
10,
saying.
yeah,
and
really, like.
I was intensive the game. And my mom, she texts me, she goes, if you come home, Dad's going to beat you up.
Oh, shit.
Don't come home. She was being serious. And usually you know that
Mhm.
feeling.
Mhm.
So I was like, well, where the fuck do I sleep tonight?
Yeah,
Where do
word.
I go?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was a little homeless for a minute, and then yeah, I just never came back. And whenever I was able to grab my stuff, it was like a month later.
Golly. So like what did you do like just to, kind of survive like just in that like immediacy of it all like
Well, thankfully, I posted on my Snapchat story, can I stay at someone's place? And my best friend, she was like, you can stay with us. And their family took me in for 3 months, which
wow.
was
Shout out to that.
amazing. It was a blessing because without them, I don't even know where I would go.
No, that's fucking crazy. So when did like were you doing music but like just all throughout that time or like was it maybe after that like kind of like spurred you to be like, you know what, like let me get some of this shit off my chest.
It was after that. So when I was living in Slippery Rock with that family,
Mhm.
I would just be in my car and I would just listen to music, and I would really just try to listen to the lyrics, and then I would put on beats in my car and I would sit out the parking lot in like a park and I would try to freestyle, and I would freestyle.
Mm.
I would practice freestyling every single day, and I had my small little iPhone and I would press record on the voice memo and I would practice and like obviously
Freestyle rapping or just like singing?
both.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on how I was feeling,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure I still have the voice memos in my old iPhone, but that's kind of how I started,
Okay.
which is like pretty neat
Yeah, nah,
now
nah,
thinking
facts.
about it.
I remember like when we were chopping up at the C&D joint, like just talking to you, talking to your brother. Shout out to Mr. Vibes, man.
Hey,
Um,
that's my brother.
he was saying that like y'all were in the same crib and were doing music, but y'all ain't know y'all were doing music.
Mm-hmm.
Like first off, like how like when y'all found that out, like what was that like? And then just like what was like even life like just creating and just again just like having your own little world and what feels like emotionally, for lack of a better word, just like a prison almost, just like a like damn, like I can't even. I have to like pick and choose these moments where I can truly be myself and truly like do what I like,
Mm-hmm.
and then also just like finding the comfort that like damn, like my brother, like so you understand, like you get what's happening here, like what
Mm-hmm.
was that like?
Well, I always knew my brother liked music,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember back in high school, he had sent some lyrics to me, and my mom would find his lyrics sometimes in his room. So I had an idea that he liked doing stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
especially poetry, because my mom, she loves poetry and she
Okay.
likes to sing, but her dad would never let her be a singer.
Mm.
And it was just like a really cool moment whenever he told me he does music. And I was just a huge fan.
Yeah.
And I was so excited for him
Who
because
started first?
I think it was my brother.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but I didn't know he was like recording and shit.
Damn.
So it was really cool. And yeah, he's always been supportive for me. He never discouraged me or
Yeah.
anything like that, which was really neat because when you're doing music, you need to have a good support system.
Yeah.
I really feel like.
I mean, because I mean, like you're literally being vulnerable all the time when you're
Mm-hmm.
making music. Like you, well, if you're making meaningful shit, you know what I mean. It's just like you're tapping into certain parts of your life, certain memories, certain experiences, and it's just like it's a completely vulnerable process, even at the highest levels of success. You know what I mean. So it's just like it's definitely good to like have that support system.
Yes.
Nah, for sure, for sure.
I agree. I agree. I love music.
Music is incredible.
It's
So
pretty neat.
were you? We think it's pretty.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. No, but not. But like, were you? So like, I know, like you said, like you recorded, like doing the freestyles after you left the crib and all that stuff. But like, were you at least writing like beforehand and just were just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but I'm gonna just write it down because like I'm feeling that way. Because I know it's like you didn't even really feel comfortable keeping a journal because like you were afraid it might get read, which I feel like, and like even just like talking to you now, like it's even kind of like breaking down some like aspects. Like I might think of like I'm like damn, like yeah, just like even I don't know, just like with certain shit, like I feel like I've gotten better over the years,
Mm-hmm.
but like just
Mm-hmm.
we're just kind of like expressing my like I'm just obviously like I'm doing in like a healthy and like like respectful way, like all the time, but like I'm gonna just be honest with myself, just like about how I feel about certain shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so like I definitely get that, but yeah, just like even as far as you writing the lyrics, that like you may not have even done anything with like, were you doing that beforehand or not really?
I never was a writer or a
Okay.
reader. I never really gave myself a chance. I never believed in my abilities to do that for some reason. And I think that I'm more of a channeler and more of a
Mm.
dreamer. So I can like see things, and I when I hear music, I see music videos happening in my head.
Yeah,
And that's always been a thing for
I
me.
feel that.
So when I'm singing, I'm not even thinking about lyrics. I'm just thinking like,
What the
what can I
vibe is,
channel
like, yeah.
from this entire
Mm.
song? Because I
Mm.
feel like you can feel the energy. So I just channel the words out. Like it doesn't even have to be a personal experience that I went through. It's just something that's just coming to my brain whenever it's happening.
Mhm.
And I think over time, I was always discouraged on writing down lyrics and actually like making sure that it sounds like correct. And I think over time you become better and better and faster,
For sure.
and that's where I'm at now, which
Okay.
is really nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Really, I never thought I would be able to get to that level. So things, if you focus on things and you care about them, you're gonna get better.
Facts.
Yeah.
Real shit. So like at what point like after like you left the house and like you're trying to figure things out, get on your feet, did you like start working with Enclave?
Oh wow. I started working there like in October.
Of this
Mhm.
past year?
Mhm.
Okay, word.
Yeah, but I was a shop girl at Cosmo for 3 years.
Okay.
Hmm.
When did you get into like the nightlife industry as a whole here in Pittsburgh?
Well, basically, the way I got into this entire thing is by going out every single weekend.
Mhm.
And this is like after I was kicked out and everything because I
Yeah.
never got to experience
Sure.
what was like to party and have
Facts.
fun.
Facts.
And my mindset when it came to going out every weekend was networking.
Mm.
My goal was to meet everyone, know what they do, how can I be involved.
Mhm.
So, and I was able to meet entire Pittsburgh very fast.
Yeah,
It's a
sure.
small city.
Sure.
So, and that's how I got into doing a lot of music videos.
Yeah, okay.
That's like how I got established here.
Interesting. Okay.
So I did a lot of music videos here, photo shoots, and that's how I got into actually recording music. And then my best friend at the time was a general manager for there at Cosmo.
Okay.
And that's how I got the job
Okay.
as shop girl.
Okay.
But at the time, I was working as a hairstylist and a nanny.
Okay.
So I had like 3 jobs because I was dead broke. I was so fucking broke.
Yeah, no, I know.
was
I
so
feel, no,
broke.
I mean, like
It was
you even
so bad.
you didn't even have a chance to grab your shit when you
No.
left the crib.
I didn't
like,
even know how to do taxes. I was like, you
Word.
guys never taught me how to be a human being. Like literally.
And now I'm out. Yeah, really.
Yeah,
Like, that's
pretty
crazy.
much. Imagine that.
So
starting
how-
from scratch.
How was it adapting from being a nanny to like now you're just thrust in the role of being a shot girl? Like,
Man. Well, apparently I must be really good at sales because I was making a lot just doing that job, and I'm like, it doesn't make sense that I'm only getting paid $500 a week for dealing with 3 children. Like, that's adding more stress.
breathing on me, getting me sick, doing all crazy shit,
And
spilling
having to wake
marinara.
up
Yeah,
Bro, I had to wake up so early.
yeah.
And I wouldn't get off sometimes until, depends, like 4 or 6 p.m.
Sometimes you gotta sleep there. Like if the parents go on like vacation or something, like they might like just from like the nannies like I've spoken to, they will let's just say like they leave on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
They might get you to like nanny from like Friday, Saturday, and then like you'll probably leave like Sunday morning. Like by the time like they're like coming back, or like by the time like they'll be back type shit. Like
It's different for everyone. I mean,
yeah,
I have never nannied in my life. And it was certainly a learning experience. And I gave so much respect to mothers.
Yeah.
Moms are so, like, they're superheroes, I swear. And yeah, it was an interesting transition.
I'm sure
It was an interesting transition.
How were
it's like
and like you don't have to, give an exact figure, but like just a range of like the most you've made, just like not even from Cosmo, but just like in a night.
like a good amount. I'm not gonna say it. A good amount.
Yeah.
A good amount.
Okay. A good amount. I feel
amount.
it.
Enough for me to, quit both of my jobs and be like, I'm just doing Shock Girl on the weekend.
Nah, I feel that. And just as far as again, being in nightlife, I know like there's shared characteristics of just, partying overall. But like specific to like Pittsburgh culture, like what did you notice in like the nightlife scene, just like as far as, the nightlife culture in Pittsburgh? Like, is it like a certain set of like, is it like the fake rich niggas like all wear, like, they all wear, like if they see Boom, if I see you in the Ethica boxers, you may have $1,000 tonight, but it may be gone by Sunday. Like,
yeah, it just depends. I don't know. You never know who's rich in a room.
For real?
Because sometimes the person who's the richest is the person that doesn't look like the richest.
But that's a thing. Like that's a thing among just like people, and like there's rich and then like wealthy, obviously. But like I feel like that's a common trend, just like with people that have money. It's just that like they'll wear the same jeans 6 days out of the week.
Ew.
No, but like that's what it be though. Like they just wear
that
dog dead ass though. Dead ass. Like they'll just wear the same shit 4 times a week and just be like, yeah, like and be up 300 mil. Like, damn. For real.
Well, that's interesting. But to answer your question, my thoughts on the South Side, I literally made a song about how I feel about these South
facts,
Side people.
and we're definitely gonna speak on that for sure.
Yeah, and it's just I want to make another song about the South Side because I feel like that was just more of a personal experience. The South Side is a whole nother experience.
The South Side is Gotham City, as I call it. You know what I mean? It's just, you definitely see, a whole bunch of characters. It don't even feel like Pittsburgh at times, so like how have you seen South Side just change over the years? Just like from not even over the years, because you said you started in October at Enclave, right? And then like was Cosmo like shortly before that, or like kind of like around like the same time like that started happening?
Well, what do you mean? Like the time frame between Cosmo to my new job?
Yeah.
So I don't know. So Cosmo went out of business because of all the shootings and stuff and other business aspects. And I remember
other business
and then I remember they're like, yeah, we're gonna be shutting down. You gotta look for a new job in like 2 weeks.
Wait. That video that happened, that was at Cosmos, correct?
No, that was at Foxtail. I don't know about that.
They shut that way. Don't talk shit about Cosmo, but like they got Foxtail up out of there too, right?
I don't know. I think that was
I'm pretty sure they did, right?
That was a separate thing. With
that was a whole separate issue.
Voss water bottle.
Shout out to Voss. Incredible
I have
branding.
not bought Voss ever since. I swear. I'm a Fiji girl now. I don't know Voss. Bro.
Yo.
Where is this woman now?
No. That shit turned instantly to tap water the moment. Like, that shit was not Voss no more. The moment it hit the air, boom. Now that shit was tap. That was definitely tap.
That's New York City tap. That's LA tap.
Holy shit, bro. Nah, man. And so, like, that didn't
is
happen
not
at
safe
Cosmo.
to drink. Tap.
Yeah, no. No one should have been in that area. It was evacuated and the building was taken down swiftly. And like she wasn't even from the city, which is crazy.
Oh, for real?
She was from like Michigan or some shit. Crazy.
Michigan?
Crazy. An interloper, bro. Yeah, she just came in, did her shit and bounced. She low-key might be a legend. toppling the Pittsburgh economy, and then dipping.
Oh wow, I like your laugh.
Yo, no, she's crazy for that, bro. But no. I mean, just
You
like,
have a laugh that makes me laugh. I love those kind of laughs.
yo, nah, but for real, nah, she was really bugging. But like, yeah, so like, I mean, how have you seen, just the South Side just, change since you've been in that whole scene?
I think that there's been less shootings.
For real?
No. Yeah, probably not.
Yo, she is stupid, bro. Hey, yo. Yo. Oh, my gosh. I did not know Hand Daisy was this fucking funny, bro. Like, you got me fucking crying. Dog. Holy shit, bro. Stupid, bro. No, so the shooters is definitely a factor.
But we're alive.
Yeah, facts. We still chugging, bro. I mean, yeah. So like, I mean, like that definitely needs to change. Like, was it maybe not as bad when you first started, and then like there was an uptick, or like was it just like always like pretty much the same?
When I first started, when I was 23 years old, it wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened, honestly. It's actually like very interesting. I don't know if the same thing happens in North Shore. I doubt it, but who even likes to go there anyways? To North Shore. I'm going to North Shore, boy.
Yeah.
Like you're going to Tequila Cowboys.
Oh Jesus, yeah, nah. I mean, listen, cause like I can't even shit on Tequila Cowboy. Like when I came here, probably like I'm just like 2017, maybe 18, like maybe like 5 years ago. Tequila Cowboy was lit. It was lit. It was very similar to a spot in DC called Decades. Decades is probably gonna be like a taller building. It's gonna have like more floors, maybe like 2 or 3 more floors. But I mean, like it was like the same concept. Whereas, Tequila Cowboy, like each room is like a different, music vibe. Like you got the country, music. You got the, R&B. Like they don't even really call it hip hop. It's like 2000s.
Yeah.
Jams. Like it's not, And then you got I don't even know like what that third room is. Like I really just go to the 2000s jams and vibe. And then just even with decades, I've each floor is just going to be a different decade of music of music. Like the first floor is like the 70s, I think, and then it's like 80s, 90s, and then you have like the modern music on the rooftop.
Oh,
top floor.
interesting.
So like I mean I was fucking with it, like when I initially came here, but then I don't know, it's definitely decreased and just they might have been playing the same place for like 5 years now.
It's pretty much PTSD for me because everyone from my high school is there.
Oh yeah, see, cause you went to high school here. Like I did, like it's just I don't know.
My high school experience was horrible.
For real?
Yeah, I was an outcast for sure, and it was so hard for me to make friends. And I graduated with like 600 kids.
Oh, for real? No, yeah. My high school was pretty big too. But like, you consider yourself an outcast or like?
Every single time. It doesn't matter how good I look, where I'm at. I still feel that girl in high school in my head.
Damn.
It's so interesting. And I try to snap out of it and like understand the reality that that's not me. I'm not in that realm right now. But when I look at the people that are from my high school, I'm like, it brings me way back.
Sure.
It's like time traveling. Like,
Absolutely.
It brings you back into that.
Into that, like, and it's like, I think it was Chris Rock that said it, but he said like trauma, like your brain thinks like whenever you are thinking about something, the traumatic that's happened to you, like it makes your body feel like it's happening at that present moment. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like trauma, like it doesn't, like it makes you feel like the trauma is really happening again at that moment right there. So like, I mean, you're definitely right. Like it is a form of time traveling. Like, you know what I mean? Wow. But like, what I don't know, like what made you feel like an outcast? Was it just like maybe the the way like you decided to dress, or just like you just
Mm.
because like I mean obviously like your the upbringing was like a bit like way more strict than like someone like your peers. So like I know that is a bit ostracizing, where it's just like, oh, like they're talking about going over to like so and so's house during the summer, and like it was lit, and then like you're just like, I have to fucking write up a whole PowerPoint and essay and make them sign here to like agree to let me leave the house like 2 weeks from now type shit, like what I mean.
Yes, that is exactly it.
Yeah.
Like, it would be hard for me to hang out with my friends, especially new ones. They're like, "Who's this?" I don't know. And
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to have guy friends, obviously, and I
Facts.
wasn't allowed to have sleepovers or anything like that. I don't know. I was always like a weird kid,
Mhm.
and I just had a hard time clicking with these people because they were also very cliquey, and
Yeah,
I didn't
feel
like
that.
to feel like I was in a box because I
Right.
was already in a box at home, and so I was just like, yeah, I just didn't really treat it serious, especially when it came to learning
Mhm.
in high school. Um, I also was in special education my entire life, so it was really hard to make friends because I
Really?
was always, yeah, fun
Oh.
fact. Yeah, I was a slow learner, but I had straight A's, which is weird.
Why'd they put
So-
you in special education?
Because I was a slow learner, so like they make you do these tests, and if you score a certain way,
Damn.
but here's the thing, I didn't take it serious, so I always did horribly on it
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
didn't give a fuck. I
Well,
didn't
because
care.
you weren't, because like they said that like that was a thing with me too, and I remember I was in a Spanish class in high school, like my freshman year. Like I had already taken the class, and I forget why I was taking it for some reason, because I didn't fail the year before. I think it might have just been like a mistake in my schedule. But anyways, I was there, and I don't know. One day I was just in like this is not indicative of like how I was just like throughout my high school, but like just one day I was just, I don't know, I was just bored and done with my work or whatever. And I don't know, like me and the teacher were just like kind of like going at it that day. We're just like, like she was like, hey, Toby, be quiet. I was like, all right, like I am, and like I was just like, I just kept goofing around, and then she kicked me out the class because like she just couldn't take it anymore. And then no, I mean, but then like she came outside and was talking to me, and like she like started tearing up. She's like, yo, like you never do this. Like I don't know why you're acting
my
like
God,
this.
she
I was just
cried.
like, yo, I wasn't even trying to like.
Oh my god.
But like I wasn't doing anything like I wasn't standing on my desk like wilding out, but like I was just like goofing around too much. You know what I mean? She's like, I don't know why you're doing this. It's just like this is not this is not who you are.
You're
I'm
like,
just
lady, it's not that
"Golly,"
serious.
But like, yeah, facts. You know what I mean? Like I was just fucking around. But then like I think like my guidance counselor just like kind of chimed in because like I think she may have been in contact with them or whatever, but she was like, yeah, I think just because he's taken the course before, that because like he knows pretty much everything, and like he's just bored. You know what I mean? So like I feel like that was what it was for you. Like you're looking at this test, like what the fuck you test me on this shit? Like this shit is like this is asinine. Damn near like this shit is like pointless.
Quadratus labii superioris.
No.
My brain is superior.
Honestly, it was just whenever they were teaching me, it was one ear out the other. I didn't learn the way that they were supposed to teach me.
Okay,
I'm
true.
a visual learner, and I have to like repeat it a million times. But once it's in my brain, it's in my brain forever, and it's So we, the people of the United States and Northern Forum, I'm like, come on. Why do I need to know?
Start
this?
rattling off the Constitution, like
And
nah,
don't even
for
get
real.
me started on math. Like,
Yeah, nah, math was way out, bro. But
that's why I like doing. I mean, I didn't mind doing the special ed classes. It was just more of an embarrassment because when you're in special ed, they just assume you're stupid.
yeah, right.
I'm not even. It wasn't even that I was stupid. It was that I didn't care. I didn't care to learn. I didn't want to be there. I didn't enjoy my life. I wanted to be in like
Just be
extra-
free type
I wanted
shit.
to. I wanted to do like the cheerleading squad.
Okay.
I wanted to do stuff like that. But
The
my parents,
extracurriculars, but like not school actually.
yeah, like I liked gym class, even though I was so shitty at it. But I was really good at lunch. So certainly was really
Eat
good at
the
that.
fuck out of a sandwich, so
A+.
never get it misconstrued.
Nah, man. So I mean, yeah. So That was high school.
Nah, I feel you on that.
PTSD.
Yeah,
Don't go
honestly.
to Tequila Cowboy.
And don't get shot on Southside.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah,
So
for real. So speak on like how the record "Ate My Baby" come out, because I was listening to just some of your music on Spotify, and like that looks like like one of like the first songs that you dropped on there, like maybe like 3 or 4 years back. So yeah, speak on how that came about, how it was recording it, and yeah.
wow. I love that song so much because it brings
That
back
shit is dope.
so many memories. Thank you. So Jimmy Joe is the one that recorded the song, and he's on it as well.
Yeah, facts.
He's I don't know if he's still in the jazz band, but he was in a jazz band at the time, and I knew that he did music through high school and stuff. And I remember one day I was like, we should make music or something like that. And he was always down to do it. So I would come over to his place in Pittsburgh, and I think he sampled the beat from like an old
Yeah.
old
I
ass
liked the
song.
sample. I liked it.
Thank
and then
you.
like he like faded your voice when she like where like it ended, and then like you started singing. That shit was hard.
Thank you. And I think his friend also played the saxophone in the song. I forget his name already. Fuck. But yeah, it was a really cool experience because I've never recorded a song before.
Yeah, I
And
mean like what was that experience like?
it was scary. I was so nervous. I actually made him leave the room,
I feel you.
and I remember he left the room and I just freestyled. And that's when I was like, all I do is cry. And then it just flowed, and it turned out pretty good.
Yeah,
And
right.
I was like, oh my God, am I doing
We
this?
might got something here, damn
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
because when
yeah.
you're recording, you sound different from what you hear in your head.
Like whenever I edit the podcast, like I just recently edited like the last episode on mute just because like I just hate just like listening back. Do you
So
know what I mean?
hard
To
to
like,
hear your own
I'm just like, yo, shut this guy the fuck up. Jesus, shut up. Like
We're our biggest critic.
I know, right? But like, that's what like I was like I even say like, like I get the fact that you make us leave the room, you know what I mean? Just cause like, you just want to fully be in the moment, like not to worry about anyone watching, anyone. So I get that.
And I just didn't want to feel judged because I
Exactly.
want to feel comfortable with messing up. That's
And free, yeah. And like,
Free.
feel free enough to mess up and be like, all right, like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful that I was able to have that experience, and that's what introduced me to being more comfortable with recording music. So, and you also, I didn't feel pressured because I wasn't, he didn't charge me or anything.
Oh,
So
that's dope.
that was really nice of him. And yeah, that was a really special song for me.
Was that a song that you had just come, because like you said it was a freestyle. Did you just go off the freestyle like purely, or like did you have it like written down? Okay, so just the freestyle purely. Damn, okay.
Channeled, yeah.
So I mean, like y'all just pretty much decided like, yo, let's just fucking record a song. Damn, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's never really planned for me. When I go into the studio, I just, whatever I'm feeling that day, that's what usually is what happens. Like, it's never planned.
You think that process like works best for you now that you've like recorded a couple joints?
Yeah, that's why I have a hard time with being charged per hour, because it sets me off. So sometimes I do have to prepare at home just so I can mentally prepare and be efficient in the studio. So, but yeah.
Okay. No, I feel
Everyone's different with their writing style. Some people like to just grab a pen and paper and hear the beat and just write. That's how my
Facts.
brother is. So I'm like, I cannot do that.
that. Yeah, no.
No, cannot do that.
It's usually just got to be in like separate, like, cause like I know for Mike, like he'll probably like he'll hear a beat and be like, I like the beat, like it, and then come up with the lyrics like 5 years later. I mean, but like that's just like art in general for real. Just cause like you may hear like a beat that you like, or just like hear something like you vibe with, but what you want to sing on it, rap on it, whatever. You may not quite have that life viewpoint yet to really like even fully talk from that angle that like you really want to give the song, or like maybe like you haven't experienced certain stuff yet that would make that song really just like kind of fully give it the energy like, you really want to give it?
Honestly, now that I think about it, a lot of my songs have like happened in real life, like a couple years later. It's like
Yeah.
a future prediction.
Yeah.
So it's really weird how that works.
That should
but
just, I mean, like it should be closely connected, just like the art that you like, that you make, or I mean, you can definitely just like make shit for fun, or just like make shit just cause, you know what I mean. But it's again just like the meaningful shit, you know what I mean. Just and like it, cause people connect through art, just like as far as like like if you're trying to convey that like you've felt a certain way before, or like gone through a certain thing, even for the consumer, if it may not be that exact thing they felt, that feeling that like you're conveying, like through the music, you know what I mean. So that's why like you just really just can't be on the mic or track, or just like whatever your form is, just saying bullshit, just like even on a podcast. It's like, don't like just like understand what you're saying sometimes, you know what I mean? Because it's like people are just gonna tap into that and just kind of take it for what it is, like, and like they don't have the luxury of knowing every fiber of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't always have to be planned.
Yeah, no facts.
I'm a very go with the flow kind of girl.
No facts. No, I definitely feel that. So, was your first performance at C&D's joint back in October, like ever?
My first performance was at a backyard boogie with Miss Money.
Okay.
And it was so scary. It was a very intimidating experience because my genre music was not the genre that was being performed. And it was in someone's backyard, and there were so many people. And my brother and my friend at the time were there to support me, but it was intimidating. I was like on this like balcony, and everyone is like down here. And I remember there is like little vendors and stoner vendors, edible vendors.
Yeah.
And there's this one lady who like sells sage and Palo Santo. And I was walking up to her, and I was like, I'm so nervous. I'm supposed to be performing for the first time. I'm about to shit my pants. And she was like, girl, if you don't go up there and pretend like you're Beyonce, then don't do it at all. Because when you're up on that stage, you got to give it your all, like Beyonce does it.
Yeah.
So I have yet to look at my performance, and I don't plan on looking at my performance ever. But I remember having that moment on stage where I'm like, I can do this. I can do this. And I did it, and it was decent, I hope. I think it was decent. I don't freaking know, and I don't plan on knowing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a hard time looking at my performances.
I feel you.
I can't do it.
No, I mean, like, I feel like every artist kind of falls into that vein in some degree. Like, it maybe not like fully like, like I can't watch it, but it's like even if they are watching, they're just like always constantly critiquing and like analyzing. So like they just kind of like fuck it, I'm just gonna do it and then stay away from like watching it back. But how did that opportunity come back? Because like you said, it was a backyard boogie. Was that like an ongoing thing, or like did you just like kind of like create it for like that weekend, or like
it was just a random thing?
Okay.
It was a random thing, and I think my second performance, it was at Opia Studio, and my friend Devin Colbank was having an event there. And that one I felt a little bit more comfortable because the stage wasn't that high, and I was able to be more personable with everybody there. But I think over time, like, I think the hardest thing for me was accepting, like, if someone were to reach out to me and was like, can you perform? It was so hard for me to say yes because I almost didn't believe in myself, and I was so scared to fuck up and look like a fool. But everyone is always giving the advice of, you're supposed to, put yourself out there and do the things that make you afraid to grow, and it's just scary.
No, I mean like just I think that's the ultimate vulnerability, is just getting up on stage in front of people. Period. Like if it's a talk, sing, tell a joke, it's just like just people judging you on what you're about to do up there
In real life time.
And you can't escape it. Like,
man, and I don't mind the attention, but whenever it's all on me and I'm not prepared for it, I'm like, hell no.
Yeah. No, facts.
Yeah.
You get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. So,
Were you approached before like the backyard boogie to like perform, and then like you said no?
no.
Okay.
But I almost said no to the backyard boogie.
Oh wow, you just were like
I'm like, hell no. I don't want to do this. I'm scared. I'm like, I'm not prepared. I have literally 1-2 songs. I was not ready.
Mhm.
I was like, this is too much for me. But I met some really good, like, cool people
Yeah.
at that show. So that's like the fun thing that I've learned from the shows is meeting really cool people.
facts, and just like kind of like being able to like bounce ideas off, and it's like kind of just chill, chop it up, like again, like some of these people like really genuine dope people, like so like it's just even dope to connect on that level.
I love it.
Nah, facts. So would you, and like I was always like curious about this, like is your just kind of experience in the nightlife industry, would you say that you maybe tap into that, or it helps you create just on like like to like a certain degree?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, it does. And
And then also just like before you answer that, like I was even like thinking on like the opposite end, like does it ever drain you of being able to, you know what I mean, just because like just like that schedule, so like just on like both of those sides of the coin.
yeah, this job is not for everybody.
Mhm.
This is a very draining job, and it can be pretty competitive.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's when you're around certain people and you're in sales, you have to be a certain way in order to make money.
Sure.
And I try my best to be as genuine and real and still be on my business
Mhm.
side. So it's a lot. And whenever it comes to the weekend, I only work 2 days out of the week. It's crazy how much you can be drained within the week. when
Sure.
You're off from those 2 days.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and especially because I'm very energy sensitive, so it's hard for me. But I still push through it. I don't even know how I'm doing it still, but
In what ways does it like shape the way you create music, if it does at all? Like,
I think that it shapes the way I see music because they play a lot of certain songs and I observe the crowd and see like what they're
you
dancing
get like a pulse of like
to.
like what's like getting
What's
people going.
shocking through the body
Yeah,
to make
facts.
you move and
Shocking through the body. I fuck with that.
shocking through the body.
Let's go.
It's certainly something like that, but yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so like just like in that aspect, like it just like kind of keeps you in tune with just like the pulse, just like what everyone's.
Yeah, it also has to
Feeling.
do with the frequency too, I feel like. And what are the songs that they're playing nowadays? Cuz what they're playing on the radio is different from what they're playing in the club. So,
Well, I mean, like what's your answer to that question? Like, what do you like? What is getting the people, going right now, just from your perspective?
well, it's not music that I would put on in my car, honestly. Like I listen to a lot of Russ and like alternative but yeah, they like to play like Lil Baby and Drake, and I like Drake, but yeah, they play the popular songs that I've heard so many times.
Yeah.
So it's just like
Ain't it crazy how like they don't play shit that like dropped in like the last 3 years? Like it's always from like 10 years ago. Like at least it's just like that's pretty wild. Like some shit is like staples. Like you always gonna hear Dreams and Nightmares. You always gonna hear like I don't know, like back to back. You know what I mean? Just like some shit. But it's just like some of the other shit is just like, yeah, that era of music is what it was. It's lit. And I'm not even saying like abandon it overall. But there is some like granted there's a current lull in the just like the rap / hip hop kind of scene right now. It's trying to get water from a stone right now. You know what I mean? It's kind of fucked up out there. But
yeah.
there has been some shit that has been made in recent years that is dope that we would all love to hear in this like you don't got to keep going to the hits of like yesterday. You know what I mean? To like get people going. Like how you feel about like just like even like the DJ scene out here? Like
The DJ scene out here, there's not that many women DJs. Like my best friend Jamie, DJ Cake.
Oh yeah, shout out to
She's-
DJ Cake. I know
yeah,
DJ
shout out
Cake. Yeah,
to DJ
facts.
Cake. She's amazing. She's so supportive of like my music journey and just a good person in general. So I don't see that many women DJs and women
Mhm.
artists
Mm-hmm.
in Pittsburgh that I know of, really.
Mm-hmm.
So
We gotta tap you into some people because I mean, like just
Yeah.
like even
that'd be great.
the R&B community out here, I think is really solid. Just from like what I've seen, like who I've met, they're really like they like to put each other on, which is really dope. I think. Speak on making routine. That shit is crazy. I
You
like
it?
I like when I was like prepping for the interview, like I had that playing in the background, like while I'm like writing the question. I'm like, this shit is good. And then like I would just replay it every time it ends. I'm like, this shit is good. I'm like, I'll fuck with that shit. So like, no, yeah, like speak on making that record. I love the beat. Was that like a written song or like was that like another freestyle? And like did you collaborate with anyone on that? Because like I know no one else was on the song, but like
Right.
yeah, just like the process of making it.
So my friend Raindrop Relly, he used to live in Pittsburgh. He lives in LA now. He makes music as well.
Okay.
And he records all of his music, and I remember meeting him at Illegal, which is a store in Southside. They used to
Okay.
have performances there all the time.
It's called
and
Illegal.
it's called Illegal.
Is it still up?
Apparel? I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I don't know.
Okay.
Haven't been there in a while, but they used to have a lot of parties and performances there, and I remember meeting him there,
Mhm.
and we exchanged information, and his music is really good, and I was like, we should like make music sometime. So I went over to his crib in Cannonsburg, and his like little setup with his purple lights, because purple is his thing, like his
Yeah.
theme. And I was like so nervous.
Hmm.
I was scared. I was like, why am I so nervous to make a song right now? This is like weird how this is happening. And I think that we were just looking on YouTube for beats, and I remember just picking which one I wanted. And it was another instance where I was listening to the song and I was freestyling it. But we've had many moments during the time it was recording of him just like hyping me up and being like, you got to sing from here and not from here. Like you can tell the difference whenever you're singing from your heart. And it was hard for me to do that because it was a new thing for me. So that's kind of like the process of it all. And that was
Did you have to
during
make
the
like
time.
a physical change, like whether like you were actually singing, or was it just like a mental thing
It was mental and physical. Like I had to like put my hand on my heart just so I can like remind myself
of
to
like
sing
where to
there.
feel it at? Yeah, yeah.
And that was during a time where I was working in the nightlife industry, so I didn't have any sleep at all, going insane. And that's where the song routine came from, because it's like it was a fucking routine for me. So yeah, and he was just like very encouraging and helped me through the process and made me feel comfortable. So yeah, that was pretty much the experience with creating the song. And I
Okay.
remember being so nervous to put it out. I don't know why.
I would have been pissed if you
know.
didn't put that shit out.
I know. I was
And like I
actually
wouldn't even
not
have
gonna put
known.
it
You know what I
out.
mean?
So I was like, that's why I was surprised that you liked it. I was like, oh my God.
No. I mean, like, bro, the beat, I was like, okay. And then, like, you started singing, boom. And I'm like, okay, like, this shit is lit. And then the song would end. I'm just like, nah,
Yeah.
play it again. I'm like, yeah.
My friend Kel, he remade the beat. So it was on YouTube, and then he like remade it. So, and he makes music too.
Okay.
So
Have you performed that joint at all? Or, like, is it just,
I
on
have
Spotify?
performed it. Yeah.
Okay.
I performed it at Opia. I think, did I perform it at the last performance? I don't even remember. But yeah, I think I did.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. And I try to tell them to put it at a frequency where it's like, I think I believe that certain frequencies can alter the body and mind and spirit.
No, I
So
think there's something to that for sure.
I try to put it at a frequency where you could feel it, you know.
Cause like at least like with audio, like that's like a thing where like it definitely like yeah, like just like changes the vibration in your body. Like I can see that kind of like altering some aspects of like how you feel and just like nah, I definitely get that. Yeah, like I don't know why I thought like your performance at CND was like the first like like one of your first, but was it like one of your first in like a while? Because like even in
Yes.
like when we were like there for like the
Like
listening
2
portion.
years.
Damn, 2 years.
I think so, yeah.
Damn. So like
I
why'd you
think.
just like stop at least performing for those 2 years? Like what?
I think it's because I wasn't creating that. I took a break from music. I
Okay.
took a long break.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really get that many opportunities to perform. So
Did you ever feel? I don't know if guilty is the right word, but like, did you feel like, man, like me taking a break, like, yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah, sure, we can definitely. Yeah, she's used bathroom. All right, yeah, had to just take a quick bathroom break. All right, but Hannah, I just got a few more questions for you. Then we're gonna get you out of here, bro. So speak on the creation of the infamous Southside Hoes, man. Yeah, man. Like speak on just like the creation of the music video, the song. Like what was it like leading up to it? Like,
So that song was actually a meaningful song where it was a personal experience where we're going to get vulnerable.
please.
I fell for someone who prioritized the South Side more than wanting to see me and get to know me for who I am. And it's really hard to like somebody that is just constantly out every single weekend, and it's just that utter anxiety of like they're just out to just talk to other people, So I still struggle with it to this day because like how do I say this? I don't know how to talk about my feelings. I'm nervous. So yeah, I don't know if have you ever like talked to somebody that prioritizes going out every single weekend, like that goes through that phase where it's just like they need to go out every single weekend.
That was probably me, but like
Yeah, we all go through that phase.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
all
yeah.
go through
I
that
was,
phase.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have some tea to spill with you, by the way.
Oh, we
That's
love
kind
a
of
good
off
tea.
topic, bro. Literally, okay, can I say this just like off topic, bro?
Yeah, sure.
Bro. No, I want to tell you now. Can I tell you now? I mean, not really. But you can edit it out, right? Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, when your music video came out, guess who I fucking met at work? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Bro. Bro.
Hannah has a chip in her now.
I was like, there's no way. Yeah, I just had to tell you before I forgot because I almost forgot. I was supposed to tell you before, but I'm like, okay.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
That's mad funny.
But yes, anyways, I had a crush on somebody that prioritized the South Side more than me, and I'm at a certain age in my life where I need somebody that is on the same level as me and has the same bandwidth as me.
Sure.
And you reach a point where you're just over it. You're done.
Yeah,
so
right.
that's why I made the song, and I'm not afraid to say it anymore. It is what it is.
Yeah, right.
I still like that person, and I still want
A
deeper connection with them, and I want to see where it leads. But I'm at a point where I've like waited so long to a point where it's like you're still going out every fucking weekend. You're still going out. Like
the fuck is out there for you in the fucking South Side,
man.
Ain't shit.
And I'm a loyal person. Like that's the Leo in me. I only like talk to one person, and that's the only person I've like talked to in like 2 years.
Ain't shit in South Side but neon two pieces and just bad. You know what I mean? Just I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
It's just a bunch of bullshit down there. But
I was crying last night. I'll be honest with you.
Oh damn.
I was crying last night about that.
Hannah, don't cry over these bum.
It was bad,
bro. Come on, son.
I'm a very sensitive person sometimes.
I feel
and
you.
I was just bawling my eyes out. I'm like, I don't deserve this.
Damn.
I don't deserve this at all. And I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of tolerating it.
He doesn't wash his pillowcases or his drawers. Like, just, he's don't worry about him, bro. Like he's on something else. But even speaking on that music video, again, you were in a music video recently, apart from Southside Hose,
Yes.
which again, congrats on dropping that.
Thank you.
Dope video, song, dope all around. But you were in MIC's music video for you and I. Speak on that, speak on just being in that. You were in music videos before. How did this experience differ from those in the past, and like just your experience, like
So I loved the concept of it, and I love the acting of it.
Yeah.
I love acting. It's just something that's so natural to me.
Mhm.
And it was so much fun to just be in character and throw shit.
No,
and
you
be
were having
mean.
fun with it. Like, no,
I
you were
like
you were
pretending to
dope.
be
Yeah,
mean.
for sure.
So it was fun. Like I'm so over like the whole booty shaking music videos.
Yeah,
and
right.
Like I'm no.
Yeah.
And I was never even doing that shit, but it
Right.
was just like, yeah, it was cool to just do something like that, and
Mhm.
just it was all in one take. So that was also really fun.
Yeah,
like,
right.
You can't fuck up. Like
Yeah.
you have to do it in that. So it was so much fun. I would do it again.
Yeah, no, you just again, just from even being there, like you took the role fully by the fucking horns and just like
Thank
did
you.
did what you were supposed to do. So Hannah, yo, thank you so much for coming through. This was a fucking just a great conversation, yo. Like, now this was dope. If you got anything, coming up, event wise, music wise, just anything you got going on, this is, the floor is yours.
Mhm.
And tell them, where they can find you on, social media and all that stuff.
Yes, thank you so much for having
sure, for
me. Me and my friend Ryan have been working on this song called Champagne, and it's going to
Okay.
be coming out hopefully on Valentine's Day.
Oh,
So-
okay, there you go.
And it's going to be like a club song.
Mhm.
So it's definitely like, I'm excited for that for sure. And then I have a remix of Southside Hose coming out.
Oh,
as
dope,
well.
okay.
Yeah.
Is there anyone on that, or?
No, it's just me.
Okay, dope,
And
alright.
it's just like more for a club
Gotcha.
type situation. We're trying
Okay.
to get played in the club.
I hear
you know
you.
what I'm saying? So but yeah, that's what's going on with me. And you can find all my music at Hannah Daisy on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. HANADAISY.
All right.
Beep boop bop.
There you go. All right, show. We got Hannah Days in the building, MIC podcast, episode 71, community and content. Man, you got it all here, and we are out.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Yay.